Those dear hearts who love and care, and the strings pulling at the heart and soul, the strong arms that held me up when my own strength let me down. At every turning of my life, I came across good friends and family who stood by me, even when the time raced me by. Farewell, farewell, my friends. I smile and bid you goodbye. No, shed no tears, for I need them not. All I need is your smile. If you feel sad, do think of me, for that's what I'll like when you live in the hearts of those you love. Remember then, you never die. Good afternoon. My name's Danny. I was a friend and co-worker of Eli's in Florida. We're here to celebrate the life of Eli Rodgers, a soldier, police officer, husband, son, brother, and friend. As many of us went through the pictures of Eli to put together a slideshow, you can see the joy of life that Eli brought to everyone. Pictures like Eli and his police partners during patrol, that will never be forgotten. Eli definitely was a proactive officer and loved his life as a police officer, serving the community and helping others. Another picture is Eli with the children from Iraq. That will never be forgotten. Eli was a very patriotic as he lived his life with honor and integrity, virtues that make me proud to stand here today and say that's my friend. Going through all the group photos from St. Patrick's Day, family outings, all the barbecues and football games, I can tell you this, Eli lived his life to the fullest. And we can never forget when Eli fought at a charity police versus firefighters event. It was truly a sight to see. Eli fought for the kids that night and truly helped make a difference within his own community. Eli, thank you for being a true gentleman. And these words I'd like to leave you with. Although you are gone, I shall not say goodbye. Although I shall not see you anymore, I shall not cry. Even though you are gone, I shall not fear, as I know in my heart you will be near. I shall not say goodbye, as goodbye means the end, and you have not left us, our friend. For when the next time comes that I will need you, I shall look and know where to look. I will look everywhere you are and everything you left us behind. As you are here in each of us, in different ways you have moved us all. You have taught us, your friends and family, to love and be kind. And you showed us all your compassionate side. All our memories we have of you are kind. They're locked in our thoughts, keeping you in our minds. And as long as you are in our thoughts, as long as there is love and kindness around, we will think of you, our friend. So on this sad day, I shall not say goodbye, because you are here and you will never go away. So I bid you farewell, for someday we shall meet again, my sweet dear friend of mine. Eli, you're now home, and may you rest in peace.
We're here today to honor a dear friend, Elijah Rodgers. He was someone that all of us held close to our hearts. His life cannot be summed up in a short speech, but the memories that each of you have with him. I met Eli in high school, as many of you did. We all had a lot of great memories together. I saw him as my brother because he married my best friend, and I kind of got stuck with him. I had to put up with his constant shenanigans. Then they left. Oh, I remember when we all lived together in that trailer behind Fishing Creek. I'm sure all of you do. Most of you were there. Then they left to conquer the world and start a new chapter in their lives together. And conquer the world is what Eli did. He spent his life serving and protecting the rights and freedom, our rights, freedom, and safety, whether it's through his time in the National Guard or working as a detention deputy with the Broward County Sheriff's Office, or his outstanding work with the Lauderhill Police Department. He was an exceptional police officer and wore the badge and uniform with honor and pride. He made a lot of people proud to call him his friend and part of his family. He accomplished so much in his short life, more than some people don't accomplish after they have a full 90-year life on this earth. Some of my favorite memories with Eli are the constant fighting. If we were in a room together, he was throwing me around and abusing me. That's what we did. I got to spend some time in Florida with Angela and Eli. He bought me a plane ticket for Christmas so I could be Angela's present. Another trip he had injured himself at work, and we got to hang out all week, and Angela was really mad because she had to work and we got to hang out. I loved all his silly faces. He had so many. The last time I saw him was this past summer. We all went camping down here. I think I changed clothes 3 times that day because he threw me in the water every time I let my guard down. This is how I remember him: a fun, silly, and loving friend. And I will remember all the great times we had and encourage everyone here to do the same. Now my heart goes out to the love of his life. Angel and Eli were what many people strive to be. The life they had together wasn't perfect, but no one's is. They were as perfect as it gets. I always hoped I could find my soulmate like Angela found hers. I know she's hurting right now, and the only time will help heal her heart. So keep Angela in your prayers. She needs all the love and support you have to offer. If I could take the pain away from her, I would. I'll never forget Eli. He will live on forever with all the memories we shared and the love I have for him in my heart. I love you, Eli. Rest in peace.
Thank you, Danny and Jade, for sharing those words of comfort. Wouldn't it be great if everybody had friends like that? I've done this so many times, I could probably do it in my sleep, but Angela's going to come and share words, and she won't be able to stand up here and sleep doing it. Why don't you listen to her as she shares her heart? I spent a little time with her, just met her a little while ago, and I got to spend a few minutes with her, private time and talking, and there was no doubt the words that both of you have spoke about them were so true. So Angela, if you will come and you lift her up in your prayers as she's speaking.
Promised myself I wouldn't cry till I was done, so bear with me. Thank you, everyone, for all of your love, generosity, and most importantly, your prayers. I wish I could have shown Eli all the love and support he has here. Trying to put on paper my feelings and thoughts of Eli is an impossible task. Eli was my everything. He will forever be my husband and will live on in my heart, mind, and soul for eternity. But until we meet again, I want to celebrate his life and honor his memory. I want everyone to know the amazing man I love. Eli was a devoted partner and husband. He was thoughtful, caring, and always put his family and friends before himself. It was his best characteristic and his biggest flaw. You couldn't help but smile and laugh when he was around, whether he was being a pest, acting a fool, dancing his little dance, or pulling a prank. He always knew how to bring out the best in everyone. Eli was my best friend. He always knew what I needed without ever having to say a word. He was my home and comfort, my shoulder to cry on, my rock to hold me up. He was my world. Eli was brave, honest, respected, and loved. He dedicated his life to bettering the world around him. He always wanted to be a policeman, and he was determined to make it happen. We didn't have much, but we had each other. After high school, Eli joined the National Guard and began his lifetime of service. We moved to Florida in October of '99 after I graduated, and he immediately started working towards his dreams. He gained employment with Broward Sheriff's Office as a corrections officer. When 9/11 took place, Eli worked airport security, and then shortly after we got the news he was being deployed. It was a difficult and scary time for us both. Eli's always been the type to charge ahead without hesitation, and I knew it. He returned home after 15 months of deployment, and despite his time away, our life went forward with even more love, strength, and unity. He continued working with BSO, but after having a taste of real action, he wanted to make an even bigger difference. Everyone who knew him knew he's an adrenaline junkie. He got his certification and joined Lauderhill Police Department, working the streets. He did gang task force and street crimes. He loved his job more than I can ever express. Eli defined himself by his accomplishments. He had more pride than any man I've ever known. He was honest, fair, and full of integrity and honor. And that's how he'll be remembered. Before I came today, it's been very hard. I haven't had a lot of time to just process what's going on, so I held the Bible and I said a prayer. And I said, I know you're listening, and I need you to tell me something true. When I opened the Bible, this is the first thing I read. It's Psalms 107. It says, "Give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever." Eli, I give you back to God as he once gave you to me. Spread your beautiful wings and fly high above in clear blue skies, where there's no more hurt or pain until we see each other again.
It's almost hard to know what to say. It said everything they told me, so I can't say those things again. As I sat and listened, as I looked at these pictures, when I look at these pictures, I see a brother who served in the same, for our country, just as I did and as many of you may have. I look over at that picture of him there in Iraq, and I see the face of thousands of our servicemen and women who have devoted their lives to serving their country, have put their life on the line for people in other parts of the world. When I look over here and I see this picture, he's wearing a bulletproof vest and it says police on there. Again, he's put his life on the line. You see, anytime you put a badge on, you become a target for people for all kinds of reasons. There are just some people out there who just don't like the police. They don't like authority figures. And when that car comes up behind you and those blue lights come on, people's nerves get rattled and everything else. And that's something that Eli dealt with every day in his life as he served his nation. Every time he got up and he put that uniform on, you have to wear it with pride. You have to wear it with distinction, just as he did when he was serving our country in the Army National Guard. So we come today, we all know that he was a young man, and we come today and we have to face the most difficult of questions in all the world. As a father, having 3 sons, I can handle my boys' questions today a lot easier than when they were little, because when they were little, their questions were one word. Why, Daddy? Why? If you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why, Daddy? Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why this and why that? Well, we come today to the most difficult of those questions, and that's why. I don't have an answer. I honestly do not have an answer. It's natural for us to think somebody my age or older should die, but we've lived our life, and we look at a young man like Eli, we wonder why. We will never know this side of heaven why. But I know the Bible says some things about death that we need to know, we need to remember. In the book of Job, when Job lost